Hey guys, welcome you in Python video series. In this video tutorial, we will learn how to take a user input in Python. Yeah. So here I'm going to create a Python file first of all in my PyCharm. So I will give the name of file as user input. We don't need to provide the extension of this file as we are creating a Python file, so extension would be taken automatically. Here you can see extension has taken automatically. Now to get the user input, we have a function is called input in Python 3, but if you are working on Python 2, then you have a function is called raw underscore input, right? So let's say I would like to take two parameters from the user. First name and second is the age. Then let's say take the name as an input. So you have to use the function is called input, right? And here you need to provide the message, what message is going to print on the console. So I would say enter your name. Yeah, so this message will be prompted to the user, and control will wait until unless user do not provide some input, right? Now second thing, I'm going to take is an input, right? So I will copy the same line of code and just going to paste it, and I'll give the variable name as age, and here I will say enter your age. Yeah. Now so once you take the name of the user from the keyboard or from from the keyboard, then this is going to store in the this variable name is called name. And once user enter the age, then that is going to store into the age, right, variable. Now here we can print the type of this variable. So when you take input from the keyboard, then always type is in string, right, or str you can say. So here you can print the type of these variables. So let me show you. Now let's run this class user input, and here I'm going to name as Kishan and age I'm going to provide as, let's say, 30. And if I press enter, then here you can see type of this variable is str. So str nothing but a string, right, in Python. Now I would like to convert this age into integer. Then we have a function is called int, right? So you can use int function, and there you can pass this age, and this will be converted into the integer, right? So after this, right, I'm going to check again what's the type of age, right? So if you, sorry guys, here I was supposed to write age. So here again I'm going to print the type of age, right? So if I run it again, then here you can see name I'm going to specify education and age 30 again. So here you can see initially name and age was a string, and after conversion type of age is now integer. So you have provision to convert from a string to integer or some other data type, let's say float or some other data type, right? So for that, of course, you need to use either int, float, or even you have a complex function as well to convert from number to complex as well, right? Now here I'm going to let's say these things are just sake for your understanding, just I wanted to print, so I'm going to remove these things. Now here I'm going to take two parameter. After that, just I'm going to print these values, right? So I would say hello, and here just I'm going to put placeholder, right? So here I want in this placeholder name to be printed, and I would say uh, you are this much old, right? And here I'm going to call a method is called format, and first parameter should be, first placeholder should be substituted as name, right, and second should be substituted at age. So here just you need to pass first name and then second age, right? If I run, then here you can see the output. So if I press, I provide the name and age as 30, and here is the output, hello Kishan, you are 30 years old. Message should be something like this, you are years old, right? So if I run it again, then in name I'm going to specify as Kishan, and age let's say 30, then it is printing allocation you are 30 years old, right? So now if I run this program again, and let's say name I'm going to specify as KK and age I'm going to specify as A12. This is not possible to convert into from a string to a number or a integer, right? And in that case I'm getting some error, right, saying that input literal for int with the base 10. So this is getting printed, right? It is not possible to convert this string into the number. Then in that case you have to handle the exception. To handle the exception, simply you need to provide a try and put all those code inside the try block, which is expected to throw exception. And here you have to give the except, and here you can give the specific some what kind of exception is basically expected to throw that exception. And here you can print the message like print. Here you can say please enter valid age, right? And if you want, you can basically you can print the age as well, right? Here you can print the age as well, right? So now if I run this program, right, and let's run for the first of all positive case. Name I'm going to specify 30, sorry, name education and age is 30, then it is for positive case, right? It's working perfectly fine. But if I name I'm going to specify KK and age I'm going to specify some string which is not possible to convert into integer, then it is saying that hello KK, okay, please enter valid age. It is saying that, right? And still this message is getting printed, right? Because we kept this message outside of this try block, right? So we need some correction. And now I'm going to specify KK and age I'm going to let's say 13, which is not possible to convert into integer. Now it is saying that please enter valid age, and age is getting printed, right? So now if you want to handle some kind of exception, right, which is expected to throw the some exception by list of a statement, then those list of statements you need to put inside the try catch block, try or except block. And here you can have a different kind of exception, right? So you might have more than one except block as well, right? So let's say some exception is matching with a value error, but some of the exception which is arising within this try block which is not matching with this, then you can have a one more except block. There you can have some kind of generic exception handling, right? So that's all I wanted to show in this video tutorial. So before wrapping, let me tell you, Python basically, when you ask for any input using input function, then Python stops executing when it comes to the input function and continues when the user has given some input, right? And that's the way basically we can take input from the user in Python, right? So here if you are dealing with the Python 2, then you have a raw underscore input function instead of input, right? But we are learning Python 3, so we can use input function to take input from the keyboard. So that's all I wanted to show in this video tutorial, guys. Big thank you for watching this video, and see you there in the next video tutorial.